Hi everybody, it's Dandruff with a news cartridge for Friday, January 22nd, 2016. Lots of news today as the upcoming Star Wars Battlefront DLC will not contain a new Tatooine map. I didn't screw this one up though, I swear. A video was posted by EA stating that the map would be featured, but that video has since been removed and EA has issued a correction. Rockstar is offering bonus cash if you purchase one of their Shark cards for GTA Online. Ark Survival Evolved for Xbox One is getting a split-screen co-op mode just in case you and a friend want to play the game at an even lower frame rate. Rocket League is getting some exclusive Sunset Overdrive DLC for Xbox One. Elijah Wood and his production company are working with Ubisoft on something involving VR. Not saying a game though at all. And finally for teasers, the Five Nights at Freddy's developer has stated that he released his latest game, Five Nights at Freddy's World, too early and is aware that the game is lacking basic features that any good JRPG would have. He promises to address and fix everything that he can as quickly as possible and apologizes for being too eager to show off his latest creation. That is all for teasers, so let's get on to the main stories. Our top story is yet another game has been added to the list of games that cannot be streamed on Twitch TV. Yandere Simulator has now joined Hatred and Honey Pop and the rather short list of games that's sadly getting longer, which will get your account banned if you play them while streaming. So let's start with what this game is. Yandere is a term that refers to a girl who is so obsessed with a boy that she will threaten or kill anyone who shows any interest in him. The game is set in a Japanese school and has the same aesthetic as an anime with cel-shaded graphics, and you play a girl who goes around murdering other girls, making it look like suicide and covering up the bodies in blood. I personally have been asked to play this game on my Twitch channel, and I was looking forward to it, but now I can't. Started in 2014, the game's official YouTube page has over 400,000 subscribers and grew quite popular in 2015. The developer has tweeted that he has tried to start a dialogue with Twitch, but they have yet to respond. He wishes to know how his game has violated Twitch's terms of service when other games are allowed to be streamed that feature content of the same type or worse. Now, this is not crying, hey, they got to do it, so why don't I? This is a company asking a business, another company, to state what their policies are, give some explanation as to how those policies were violated, and then a means to make changes to abide by the original policies. Stay tuned to News Cartridge to see if Twitch will respond. The PC specs for The Division are out, and I am not surprised. I reported earlier in the week that the PC options were leaked, and there were tons of glorious things. To go along with that, you'll need some rather decent hardware though. For minimum, they're recommending an older i5 processor, a 6-core AMD processor, 6 gigs of RAM, a 2 gigabyte graphics card on both the AMD and Nvidia side, 40 gigs of disk space, and then the usual DX11 and 64-bit operating system. For recommended, however, that's where things get a little bit more demanding, as they call for a slightly newer i7 processor, not the newest or even the second newest, so it's pretty good, and an 8-core AMD processor, 8 gigs of RAM, and then an R9 290 or an GTX 970. Both of those cards are over $250, and then the same for the rest, yada yada yada. From the videos I've seen, the Division looks absolutely gorgeous, so it's no surprise that they're calling for higher-end hardware. As always, if you need any help figuring out if you can run this game or any game, then leave your PC specs in the description, and I will personally help you out. Destiny 2 was set to launch in 2016, but rumor has it has now been delayed. Set to arrive in September, the team that has been asked to create the sequel has now been supposedly reassigned to create more DLC. Personally, I can't make any sense of this, as the reason why microtransactions were initially introduced to the game itself was to supplement the development costs. Releasing a sequel would give them another revenue boost. They could charge $60 for it, that is, and then there's a good chance that the first one at this point would be ported to PC, which is just pure profit other than having to port it over there. So I don't know what they're doing. Leave your comment below if you were waiting for Destiny 2 and now you've got to wait longer. Finally, for the week, Undertale has had an update, and the update itself seems to live up to the game's same tricks. I personally have not played it yet, but I have heard wonderful things like the game breaking the fourth wall, using the UI in new and interesting ways, and even being aware of you quitting the game suddenly to try to revert your save. The patch notes state fixes bugs and increases compatibility, also addresses a crash on Mac when you hold escape to quit. The developer says it doesn't affect anything, but it just doesn't look good. However, Reddit users have discovered new content in the latest patch, including the ability to encounter Gaster, a character that was previously referred to but couldn't be accessed. This all comes after the creator of the game, Toby Fox, stated that any updates would only address bugs. Who knows if he's got some other tricks up his sleeve? For more on Undertale, stay tuned to News Cartridge. Alright, Monday's game releases because we're off for the next 2 days. For PC, Swiftly, World's Dawn, Pills for Skills, Night Online, Maximum Overdrive, and Rescue from Goblin Deep. Thank you very much, everybody. This has been News Cartridge. I am Dandruff, and I will see you on Monday. And how did Yoshi feel after getting hurt? Dinosaur!